Hello and welcome back to Stranded Deep, welcome back to the map editor, and welcome back to this island we are creating. We are on the PC version of the game, Steam version of the game, and I'm going to go through the controls like I always do. And some people say, wait a minute, why do you go through the controls at the beginning of every episode? Well, that's very simple. Around 70% of the viewers on any given video are new viewers, so it's basically for them. But some people might just look at this video and go, oh, you know what, I don't like your voice, I'm gonna bugger off. Okay, goodbye. Well, for everyone who's sticking around, the controls are W to go forward, S to go back, A to go left, D to go right, Q to go down, E to go up. You push and hold the right mouse button, and that pans the camera around. But wait, there's more. Actually, there's a lot less land to deal with over here. I'm gonna go over here. And we're going to pull something out of the bin. We're going to pull a plane wreck out. Excellent. Further controls are R to rotate, T to transform, C to clone, delete, deletes, and if you click on something and press F, that focuses. Click on something smaller. I'm struggling to find something smaller over here. Something smaller focuses closer. It's done on the size of the model, but wait, there's more? Yes, there's more. I got to get rid of that. The terrain brushes are going to be your undoing. Heed my warning. This mount slider is inherited between all the brushes, the smooth, the set, and the raise and lower. If you're smoothing the sand around your island, which is fine, but it's kind of a broken thing anyway. I'll get to that at some point, I guess. And then you go, I'm going to raise and lower. Let's hit raise. Let's left click once. You'll have a spike all the way up. I want to say Uranus, to the moon, you'll have a spike all the way to the moon. It's always a struggle to find something high enough. And there's no undo. So if you do that, this mount slider is going to be undoing. You have to go and reload a save. Save often. And make sure this mount slider is turned all the way down when you're done using a brush. There we go. That's everything accounted for. Good, we can start. The island is looking pretty good. I'm gonna say, there's a lot of stuff to do here. You can get high by going on top of this rock pillar. You can get low by going through the tunnel. I might add some decoration in here. It might be a good idea. You've got the forest on the top, which runs over the top of it, and we've added a lot of cocoa bushes to add green foliage to what would otherwise be a rock. I mean, it's very rocky. We've got some trees. We've got all the cooked pines we could possibly want. And we have these wonderful little walkways here and over here. We've got a lot of trees and things going on. We have an area which you can build a house on, which we're keeping deliberately open. I might do something with it a little bit more. We got some buildings. We got the radar tower. And we have a little building just sort of sat here. Might do something with that, maybe raise the dirt up on the railings at the back so you can just walk over without having to do a little jump. But there are some fine tweaking of things that we can do. We can also have some more trees here as well. Might be a nice idea. But I did say that we needed to do something with this. What is it? It's a sand dune. Well, it's more of a sandbar, but if you say sandbar in a video description, what happens is people go, I'd like to see your sandbar, please. Does it serve cocktails? And you're like, no, that's a technical name for a bar of sand that's offshore, but whatever. What's the problem with this? I'm glad you asked. If we go under the sand, there's a whacking great big boat. Oh, it's here. And unfortunately, this boat is also going to have other things that are on it, like red containers and a load of stuff. But why did you put that under the world? Because I'm a little goblin and I just wanted the very top of it. I wanted the top as decoration, but I didn't want the rest of the boat. I didn't want to give people treasure. Also, we're going to need to do something with this. It's big and it's lumpy and it's bumpy and it's not very pretty. Terrain brushes, I think so. We can hit smooth height, crank that all the way up. Remembering that we've cranked the mount slider up, it will be our undoing. And we can just left click and hold across here. Whoa! Wow! I know, right? We've just turned that big old lumpy bumpy thing into a less lumpy bumpy lozenge. It looks smooth. It looks beautiful. This is how the game used to be before it fully released. Unfortunately, no matter how much we smooth the terrain... Oh yeah, this is the bit I was getting to. Yeah, it's gonna look a bit lumpy bumpy. Geometric, if you will, because the smoothing does not fully work. As soon as you exit out of the map editor, this lovely lozenge of sand is going to turn into a pile of Lego, which kind of sucks. But we soldier on anyway. Raise and lower, I think. Yep, lower, maybe. Mount slider all the way down, and then pull it a few pixels off the stop. Change the size of the brush down as well. And in the past, people have said, why don't you use the other styles of brushes? The square ones, the rectangular ones, the ones that look like a petri dish. It's like, what? Why? Why would we use this? We got hard round and we got soft round. It's basically what we need. Do we have a short round? No, we don't. Oh, okay. Let's just push this in. Let's give it a little bit of a wavy texture. Wavy texture. What does that mean? I'm just gonna make it a little bit more au naturel. I could do a little raise as well. I'll change the size down. Oh, okay, yeah, we can do that. So we get little footprints in the sand. Maybe a little, some leaves. Maybe little bits of sticks and twigs here and there. Wonderful, wonderful. Also remembering that there is a tide in the game. And what else? It's just kind of a... Is this it? It's just going to make sand? No. That's not it. We're going to keep a theme going. There's a reason I looked at all the little bridges beforehand. Oh? You don't say. Yes, I do. Now, we have a couple of options here. I'm going to go into objects. I'm going to go and find myself the Seafort Bridge, and I'm going to drag that out. I'll drag that out. I want to see how many we can get out before it stops allowing us to pull this out. I think there might actually be an item limit, but I'm not sure. I mean... Yeah, I think we could just... There might be an item limit. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty high, whatever it is. So what we're going to do is get rid of these. Yes, please. Let's go away. Making sure we are clicking on the correct thing by moving the camera around. Making sure we actually... I'm clicking on the bin button. That is a bin, by the way. That is a lidded bin. The button in the bottom right is a lidded bin with a cube going into it. Why did they put the lid on the bin? I mean, that's nothing to do with Ben and Sam, the guys that made the game. That's legit nothing to do with that. That is something to do with Unity, because this is the Unity engine, after all. Anyway, let's do this. Now, we have a couple of options. We could put into the sea, we could put a little walkway. If we hit rotate, we just have that going out, throw some rocks underneath it, and bingo bango. It's a little thing, and you can just go, walking out into the sea, just having a little look around. And it's an interesting thing. I think that's exactly what we're going to do on this side. The other thing we could do is rotate this on its side, add some rock piles, and turn it into a groyne, G-R-O-Y-N-E, which I think we'll do on the other side of the island. And then we can pile sand up on one side and no sand on the other, and that is another little feature, but that's maybe for the future. Today, I would just like a little rocky pier. Oh, daring. The other thing is, I don't want to add too much in the way of stuff that's going to stop a raft slamming into the coast. You got a big raft, you want to slam into the coast, you may be being chased by a shark. And there's no sharks on this island, but deep water sharks can certainly follow you in, and we've had that before. Great whites, marlins, whale sharks even. So we'll do the same thing that we've done over there. Oh, keeping a theme, huh? Yes, we're just going to put some rocks. It's essentially the same as the bridge that we made before. And it keeps in with the house, the radar tower, the bunker that's on the beach over there. What we are going to do though is pop this down, and look at that. That is kissing the water. Kiss it. Just a little kiss. Just a little kiss. Oh, all right. You seem to be full of beans. Yeah, I just got home and I bought pizza. Did you buy pizza? Yes, I bought pizza. I will be having pizza for dinner. Although the best... gotta keep an eye on that. The best pizza that I've had recently has got to be Copenhagen Airport, I think. So I'm going to grab some rocks. Wait, that's a story that you haven't finished. All right, so in Copenhagen Airport, there's a Lego shop. I wanted to say store and shop at the same time. I think what I'm going to do is actually put it in there because that's raised up slightly more. Yes, there's a Lego store or a Lego shop depending on which part of the world you're from. And what it does, in fact, what we're going to do is we're going to turn the water off. Display ocean. Oh no, the shadows. They're not locked to anything. That's a shame. How do we fix that? Okay, well, we praise the sun. Praise the sun. Turn the ocean off and then look down again. And weirdly, the shadow's now locked. Good. We've got to raise the dirt up underneath or raise the sand up underneath. Raise? Yes, please. Make sure the amount slider is down. Just a few pixels off the stop. Anyway, yeah, Copenhagen Airport. So as I was coming back from Sweden one time, the only time I've been to Sweden, in fact. I was with my sister and her boyfriend, and we went from Sweden on the train to Denmark, and the way you do it is there's a station underneath Copenhagen Airport. So we got out, and we were going to fly home from Copenhagen to good old United Kingdom. But needed something to eat, and next to the Lego store or Lego shop is a place that makes fresh handmade pizzas. They're literally there making the dough in this eatery, and you get a little buzzy thing, and it buzzes when your pizza's ready. And I was like, they've literally just handmade this from dough and cooked it. It was great. It was really good. What are you doing though? Alright, so I'm raising the dirt up because here's the thing. If we take a load of rocks, we want to put rocks underneath. And a pile of rocks underneath there. And the water was too deep. So what we're doing is we are doing this in such a way that it does look like something you might even be able to moor a ship at. Oh, right. Good. I'm glad you explained that while talking about pizza for the second time in 2 videos. What can I say? I just love the stuff. So we'll take some big rocks. Big rock. What you gonna do? If we rotate it slightly. Now the question is, how much big rock? So we could probably turn the water back on. What I'm gonna do is hit terrain. Hit the middle button, set height, read terrain paint height from the tippity tip, boop, and then take the mount slider a little bit up, and then just paint out just a little bit beyond this. Just a little bit beyond, 1 step beyond. What does that mean? Don't worry about it. Okay, so we got some. There we go. Now I've done this before. Made like a rocky piery thing. But we didn't put the metal walkway on top. And the thing is, the metal walkway makes it more comfortable for a player to walk on. That's how that works. Yes, it does. If we turn the water back on, there we go. Everything's looking a little bit more user-friendly. Well, it's friendly to our eyes. You really are full of beans. I know. Yeah. Yeah. It's been a long day. It's also been incredibly humid here. Like, just incredibly humid. Let's go down a bit. 98% humidity. 99% at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Last night, I think. It's ridiculous. I want some gaps, but I don't want a player to fall in and get stuck, because they would be upset with that. So we'll do that. Yeah, the humidity has been just insanity. Yeah, insanity. It's crazy. Bureau 5. Haven't used you yet. I don't really want to use you. Sorry, I'm getting your hopes up there. I need something that's... Yes, that'll do. Good. So we're using the rocks as kind of decoration to suggest that the rocks are actually the thing that is holding this up. In reality, nothing is holding it up because it doesn't need anything to be held up. We could just have this floating in the middle of the air. It wouldn't actually matter. But we are telling a story. What's the story, Morning Glory? Ah! Wait, what's the story, Jack and Nori? That's it. Okay. So yeah, just a little rocky boy. And the reason I pulled this out a little bit further, because we can then just play around with just adding rocks on the end. But why would you do that? What I want is a nice bit that a player could possibly jump onto. Oh, because players love gremlins and like to jump on things. That's exactly what we're doing, yeah. Yep, players are little gremlins and they love to jump on things. So if you give them the opportunity to jump on something, they're absolutely gonna do it. Would someone stand on this bit? Possibly. I don't know how many people would, but they have the opportunity to do it. Excellent. And it doesn't need to be all super smooth. It can be all higgledy-piggledy. I was going to say what I might do is put another rock out here, but thing is, out here is going to be coral anyway, so that's not even, it's not too much reason to decorate that. Small rocks? Yeah, what a good idea. We're going to grab some shoreline rocks and probably just throw them in here in this little divot. There we go. Do it. And then also here, but I'm going to pop them in and give them a little rotate. Why would you do that? That is an excellent question. Because the end of this, we got rocks here. There's even rocks all the way on the end there. So what we're going to do is add rocks here, specifically, because there's rocks on the opposite side as well, to kind of like say, this is holding the sand in, this is what's causing the eddies and the currents that stop the sand from flowing away. Ah. I mean, that's our little story. That's our little narrative that we're going with. Right, throwing objects, so we don't have nothing selected. Got nothing selected, nothing in my hands. Small rock, there we go. And I'll pop that under the water. Boop. One there. And then one there. But wait, we've pulled them out of the toolbox. They are now aligned in the same direction, I know. It's just like, rotate it around a little bit, move it. Again, you're not going to get stuck there. There we go. Oh no, but it does look very similar though. I know. Let's just jam that in. Okay. Because you're not really likely to try and get a raft up alongside this. This is literally for like walking out and having a look around. Maybe even doing a little bit of fishing from. You could do a bit of fishing from here. You can maybe watch the sharks as they swim around. The deep water sharks that shouldn't be here, but nevertheless will be. Oh, yes, that's always a thing. Wonderful. Okay, cool. But it's not like... it's alright. We could leave that and it'll be fine, I guess. I don't wanna. Let's do something with it. Cool. Glad you agree. Alright. We need the structural trees. The trees that cannot be cut down. The trees that cannot be cut down. Right. Big ass ficus. Strips down. Dupe into the water. And leave that open. I'm open for leaving that open. Because we've got to keep an eye on where the shadows are going to fall as well. And typically if... I like the idea of this being kind of bright here. If we change the time of day by going to terrain, hitting the cog and hitting time. If we make sure like where the trees are, that little gully, that little inlet, kind of midday, yeah, it's not really affected too much by the shadow. Sort of late in the day maybe. Yeah, that's okay. Like when we want it to look cool, it's going to look cool. Neat. Alright, I think we can do something over here as well. I think another tree. Another tree might be on order. We're going to need to put palms down at some point, my dude. Yeah, the palms really pull it all together. Ficus tree too. We have it selected. Yeah, the palms really do pull things together. That's neat. Now, speaking of shadows, anyone in there? I'm gonna drop that right down into there, right down. I'm actually gonna have it so that it's, yeah, I want the branch to be over the beach. Rotate. Now, is that gonna clear a player? That is a question that only we can answer by going to structures, finding a door, and the adventures of Mr. Door. Well, yeah, look at that. Mr. Door hiked the player. We know this. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. We'll be quite happy to walk underneath there. But what about walking along here? Well, look at that. Mr. Door can get to the end and just stand on the end, the rock on the end, like a little gremlin. Good. Well, that's something taken care of, I guess. And the sand dune, which was kind of barren and empty, is now looking a little less barren and empty. I think we did put palm trees down on that one. Yeah, I think we could probably stand to do the same thing. I usually put the palm trees down at the end, but why not? Why not put them down on the beach now? Okay, we'll do that. Remembering that the little one, if you back away too far, the top disappears. It'll be fine in game, but for some reason, I mean, we're going to get rid of it anyway. But for some reason, yeah, it's just like top just disappears. So why does that happen? Don't know. Put it in, hit R, rotate it around, just spin it randomly. Because as these come out of the toolbox, they all face the same way. So the tops will just end up looking the same. Don't really want that. Don't particularly want that. That's not something that is desirable. But I do want another set of trees over here, and I don't really want them just to be on the beach. Because I prefer them to be in with the rocks, as if the seeds or coconuts are in fact a seed, have got caught on something. So we can do that here. We'll head up objects. And I'm going to grab another rock. Ooh, shoreline rock. Yeah, you know it, but not the shoreline rock one, because if we ever let go of that, you'll never be able to select it again. It's broken. Is it still broken? I think it is, yeah. I don't want that to be too far in this. Let's just jam that into the sand. Okay. Rotate it out a bit. You get a bunch of neat rocks without too much effort. Because I want people to be able to at least jam a raft up here. You've got to be careful putting stuff on the outside. Sometimes people want to land a raft here. Alright, well, I guess we go back to trees then. Yeah, it's Tree Town. Tree Town, us. Pines? No, we can't do that. We can't even cheat the system anymore. They fixed it. It didn't need to be fixed, but they went and did it anyway. T, drag that down into the terrain. Go at a ruts or rotate. And then another one? Yeah, I think so. And then down, rut or rotate. Just a little bit, just so that the base is actually in the ground. Do we want in pairs or trios? Pairs is pretty, it's fine. We can always add some more later. Now, did we add any physics objects to these? No, we haven't done the physics objects yet. That's things like rocks and driftwood and the like. Driftwood's not a physics object. It used to be. It used to stand up on the beach, all proud and the like. Ceremon? Yeah, I think so. A little bit of greenery in it. Isn't it though? Isn't it? Let's drop that down. Oh, yeah, that's not lag, that's just the effect of having lots of objects in an area. We can do the same thing over here, I think. Yes, I want the one with the flower there. Give me the flowery one. There we go. Like it, love it. In fact, just looking around, making sure we haven't got any patterns and anything that's repeating. Good. Now, is there anything else we could do here? I mean, I don't think a cocoa bush would work here, but maybe. Let's rotate it and then transform it and then pull it back a little bit. I do actually like the green being there. I gotta say, the green is pretty neat. I mean, that's the wrong button. I'm pretty sure we have horizontal selected because it's green, and yet with the wrong one spinning. Oh, right. It's yellow. It goes yellow, not green. Ooh, do I sound foolish? I'm the foolish boy. The foolish map daddy. Who calls that? Absolutely nobody. Alright. Okay, cool. That's actually pretty neat. A little bit of green on what otherwise would be the desert of the real. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Cool. I was asking for more plants though. Desperate for more plants. There we go. Nice. Oh, that's actually quite nice. Yeah. Something over here as well. Oh, a nana. I think so. Let's throw in a nan. This big old nana plant. And maybe a few little rocks in this area. That'd be quite nice. Okay, terrain objects. We're going to scatter some small rocks around. Small rock. I think so. Small rock 3. Small rock 2 is a weird shape. It is though. Just pop that in there. Good. Small rock 1. I think what I want to do is actually have it over here. There we go. Just adds a little bit of more grey to this area. Otherwise it's a little bit exposed in terms of the plants. But we now have a little dent in the sand dune. And some rocks around it. And a little oasis of plants have formed. And we got a little rock walkway. A little metal walkway. Yeah. It's beginning to look a lot like it didn't before. So this boring old lozenge of a sand dune, the thing that we filed off and made super smooth, is now a little bit more interesting. And there's a little walkway which goes out to sea. Look at that. That's neat. Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's what happens. We got a bunch of objects stacked up, which slows the camera per object. It's kind of crazy. And as soon as you're free of it, you just get scooted out into nowhere. But yeah, sand dune, now going into other sand dune, goes into possible living area. And you have the ability to stand out here and admire the island from afar. It's actually, yeah, it fits in. It's quite nice. So yes, this is just a little walkway out to sea. Good. I'm gonna leave it there for the time being. I think we've done kind of neat. And yeah, there's an inlet there, inlet there. There's the inland or the sort of water between the sand dunes and the mainland. We're gonna have to do something with this area here. It's a bit barren, a bit bare. And then afterwards, this area here, probably do something with the aeroplane. I'm not sure. We've got to do something with that. That's just kind of there. And then this whole coast is a bit too smooth. We've got to do something with it. Something. Yeah, and then here, and basically that will be it. But there's more and more to do. More and more to walk on, jump on, have a look at, see. It's looking a bit more like a theme park and less like a mound of dirt in the ocean. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for the time being. If you like this video, definitely leave a little subscribe. Leave a like if you haven't left the like. I did that in the wrong order. If you do subscribe, dingle the bingle if you want notifications. Don't click the bell if you don't want notifications. And I tell you what, I'll catch you next time.